Look, I think it's an SBC that's worth doing. The question is, which one do you do? I'll be honest, you can go either way. I think right now, the CDM variation would be the more universal one. You know, the only downside with this is, well, it's a box to box. It can play, it's got incisive pass, long ball, intercept. I think for CDM, deep line playmaker, which is quite hard. You don't find that many pluses. I think he's good from a defensive standpoint. You can put a shadow on him. The only thing is he's too slow. I don't think long term he's going to be a player in your team. That's going to be the only downside. But I think as a tanky center mid CDM, I think he's got everything you want. It would be nice to have a good shooting play style. But look, got good shot power, decent long shots, good short passing, long passing. Got to be clunky. But I think he's a good CDM for now. Okay? But then we go to Pogba. This one here. Now, the only reason why I can imagine you want to do this, guy, is if you abuse the first time through balls and use incisive. Like, you know, if you bought words for the reason for incisive, I see this Pogba. The only downside is this guy's too slow as well. It's a bit of a tricky one. Now, I don't know. I mean, apparently they're gonna readjust R1 dribbling. I think unless you're abusing the incisive pass, then there's a definite reason to do this version. Otherwise, I'm not too sure, because you're getting the silver incisive on this one anyway. You see? So this is where it comes to, look, if we do direct comparisons, right? Let's just say we do a direct comparison. Pace is identical. Now, long shots is just +3. Yes, finishing is 77. So like, okay, let's just say hypothetically speaking now, yeah? Let's say hypothetically speaking. I'm just trying to think about this 1 second. Hypothetically speaking, we put a hunter on him. Who gets 80 shoot finishing. See, he needs a hunter. Okay. Penalties irrelevant. Volleys irrelevant. +3. Shot power same. Much better finishing. Okay. Passing is near about the same. The thing is, he's very tall. So even though he's got 81 balance, he's still going to feel clunky. I think I would go with a CDM version. I think the only reason why you do the cam version is if you genuinely abuse the first time through balls. Okay. If you could play CDM as well, I would have maybe done the cam version, because then I could have dropped this guy in CDM. It would be a bad CDM, but it would be like a attacking player. So I would say this. There's not that many players that have incisive. So if you are looking for someone who can literally just go ahead and spam those through balls, then I think there's a reason. I mean, then the argument is McTominay. Is McTominay maybe the better player here? Maybe in some ways you can argue. Unless you hit the 5-star skill moves and you're banging incisives all the time, I think go with a CDM variation. The only downside with this guy is he's fine for now. Depending on a power curve, he might not be that quick anymore. But you got to get him on 4 cam. It's a tough one. But I think the CDM edges it for most people, unless you use incisive passing like all the time and you abuse those first time through balls.